In this video, we're going to be discussing some legal implications of computer forensics investigations. There are some legal consequences depending on how you conduct your computer forensics investigation. For example, the evidence you collect could be thrown out of court if there is a problem in your investigation process. Even worse is that you could actually get into a legal trouble yourself. Especially in the context of public investigations, one of the first things to consider is the Fourth Amendment. It is often necessary for you to get a search warrant before you start collecting any evidence, and the search warrant should be justified by a document called affidavit, which you put together as a computer forensics investigator. In the context of private investigations, the Fourth Amendment is not an issue because these private investigations are often driven by internal policies. For example, the company policy says that it has the right to monitor an employee's computer. It is unnecessary to obtain a search warrant to get an image of the storage device of an employee. For your computer forensics report to be accepted by court, it is imperative that your evidence is reproducible and verifiable. One of the ways to make your evidence reproducible and verifiable is following a systematic procedure for collecting and analyzing your evidence. For example, the use of a chain of custody form or proper evidence container guarantees that there is very little chance of tampering associated with the evidence. Another example of the verifiability of the evidence is the use of hash utility. A hash utility allows you to generate a unique digital fingerprint of a file. So if there is any slight change in the file, and if you get another hash value after you get the original hash value and compare the two hash values won't match because the file has been changed. So this feature of hash utility is very useful in terms of verifying whether the data has changed between the original evidence storage device and its copy. A lot of times what happens is the forensics investigators use a copy of an original storage device to prevent any sort of altering the data in the original evidence storage device. So in this context, if you have data on an original storage device and if its hash value is A, and I copy the data on the original storage device and get another hash value which is B, and if A and B are equal, this means the data in the copy and the data on the original storage device are identical. So therefore, the validity of the copy is verified. We can use the same hash utility example to explain reproducibility. If the hash utility generates the same hash value every time the algorithm is run, as long as the file is the same, that means the hash utility satisfies the reproducibility requirement.